Hey everybody, it's Brian.
I'm Barbara.
With Two Indians.
Two.
Yeah, you didn't get cheated this time. Hey, I'm really excited because this is going to be so much fun. Today we are finally going to do the test and review and installation video on the Buffalo brand horns. Yay! I have the lovely Miss Barbara with me, and we have a super special guest today. Come on in here. Guys, this is my dad.
Can you imagine?
His name is Mark. He is going to assist us today. And I brought my dad in for one special reason. Because if you're going to test a horn, you need to have somebody that can take it to its most extreme level. So I got an old man that can't hear worth a damn. Now you'll remember why we're doing this test, because about a month ago I had to lay on the horn in an emergency situation and the horn sounded so bad. But here, let me show you what happened. And of course then we also laughed when the guy at the service department at Indian beeped the horn and I wasn't even expecting it. Oh, listen to her purr. You see, he's testing the horn. You see what I mean about the horn? And so anyway, when I posted that video online, the guy from Buffalo Brand Horns, Mr. Randy Verdon, saw that video. He reached out to me and he goes, "Hey man, I got a solution for you." So he said, "Let me send you an evaluation unit for your bike and one for Barbara's bike. Today, we're just gonna do a basic test on the stock horn to see how loud it is."
Hey,
What?
aren't you going to roll the intro?
That's a great idea. Let's roll that intro. Hey, it's Brian and Barbara with Two Indians. Before we get to the testing of the horns, I'm going to show you real quick how to install one of these. And it's really simple. All you have to do is remove the seat and the side covers, and then disconnect the battery from the bike, and then attach the harness wire from Buffalo Brands to the battery. And then you run it down into the engine compartment and just kind of let it hang there loose. The next step is to disconnect the original horn, and then you take that horn wire from the front of the bike, take it over the frame, and then route it down to what's called the horn cover, and then just kind of get it in position there too. Then you remove the horn cover, install the mechanism for the horn, which is real simple to do. It's just one bolt in and then 3 more bolts for the horn cover, and then connect the 2 wires up. It's really very simple to do that. It took me about 45 minutes on my bike, and I think mainly that was because I had a light kit installed on my bike and there was all kinds of wires and stuff crammed into that battery compartment. But then when I did it the second time on Barbara's bike, it only took literally 20 minutes to finish the project. So I know you guys can do this quickly. All right, so with that being said, now let's go to the actual test. And we're going to start with the test that I did with my father of the stock horns and the measurements we took outside of his car and inside of his car. And here's what we found. All right, I just paced it off and I'm at about 10 paces from the bike. All right, so it looks like we're at about 97 decibels. All right, so now we're gonna go into the car.
In you go.
Yep.
All right.
So we're gonna do 2 things here. We're gonna test the horn. When I beep the horn, just call out the highest number that you see.
All right.
Do you have your hearing aid in, Dad?
Yeah, I got my hearing aid in.
Okay.
Well, it goes from about 57 to 60.
So now let's test the Buffalo horns that I installed on Barbara's bike and my bike. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right.
It got up to 80.
80.
80.
80? Okay. All right, now we're gonna do mine.
Now he's going to do the big one.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
A 77?
Wow.
How much?
A 70.
About 78 to 77.
78,
That's
really?
less than hers.
Interesting. Okay.
I have the smaller horn, but mine is still big.
These things come in small packages.
It might have something to do with the frequency because the other one's much higher frequency.
That's right. Yeah.
So let's look at the results here from about 10 paces away from the bike. All right, so it looks like we're at about 97 decibels. Yeah, go ahead. Hold it. Yeah, about 100.
103 I saw.
It says 103.4 for a max. And now inside of the car.
Well, it goes from about 57 to 60. Oh, goodness.
A 77?
Okay, now it's important to remember that when you're measuring sound with decibels, that an increase in 6 decibels or decrease is an order of magnitude of increase in sound, meaning that if you go up 6 decibels, you are essentially doubling the perceived amplitude of the sound. So it's twice as loud. So if you go from 72 to 78 decibels, 78 is twice as loud as 72 because you've gone up 6 decibels. In our example here, we went from 97 decibels at 10 paces from the bike with the stock horn up to 103 decibels, 103.6 I think is what it was. And so that's an increase of 6 decibels, so which is doubling the sound. So the Buffalo brand horns, you can say, is twice as loud outside of the vehicle at 10 paces. All right, so if that isn't clear enough, just for fun, we were up at a bike night the other night, and I wanted to shoot some reaction videos because, you know, it's one thing to read decibels, but it's another thing to see how people actually react to it when they hear the sound of the horn. So check this out. Before you do that, I have to get your reaction on video to the horn that I installed.
I've seen those horns before.
Have you seen it?
I've seen those horns.
All right.
How easy, how hard was the install?
It was easy.
It was easy?
Yeah, it was easy. I mean, I did one on my bike and I did one on Barb's. And
How come she got the tiny one?
because she doesn't want a big one, that's why.
Let's go annoy the rest of the people in the brewery.
Yeah. Here, you hold the camera.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, should I turn the bike
That might help.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. All right, another reaction video for the Buffalo brand horn. This is my buddy Ron and this is Phil. So go ahead, honey, hit it.
Holy shit. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, nice. Seriously, one more time.
Yes.
Hey, you want to hear this?
One more time, he said.
more
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Hit me.
Hit you.
Hit me, Barbara. Holy shit, I'm ordering one now. Right now.
It's a little loud.
I think I want one.
Yeah,
All
we're
am
listening
I
to the horn.
emotionally ready?
Yeah.
Holy shit! What the hell's wrong with you?
We've both been looking at those horns.
Here, come here. I want to get you guys on video and get your honest impression when here, come back here. All right, go ahead.
Wow.
After I clean my pants.
Is that crazy?
I think the horn works.
All right, now Barbara's horn.
Here's mine.
Hers is the 8-inch, mine was a 15-inch.
I still like
I
that
think
too.
I like
It's
that
really
one,
loud.
I like that too.
Yeah. All right, all right.
Oh, I could really piss some people off with that.
What? I can't hear anymore.
That's a boat coming into the harbor.
Yeah.
Sorry for the cursing. Oh my, jeez.
Is that not the loudest horn you've ever
So as you can see, these horns do get attention. They are very loud. The sound is very pleasing. One other thing that's interesting is that when you're sitting on the bike and you blast the horn, it doesn't hurt your ears or anything like that. The sound seems to be projected forward very well. And I was actually kind of worried about that when I first heard it, but you know, when you're sitting on the bike and you lay on the horn, it doesn't bother you at all as a rider. But obviously, these horns are awesome. They get a lot of attention. They sound amazing. Randy sent these to us as an evaluation unit to see if we would like it or not. We love it. We are going to be sending you a check tomorrow, Randy. You've done a fantastic job designing these and building these. The build quality is second to none. I mean, when you pull this thing out of a box and you look at it, you can just see that it's superior build quality. It's all marine grade materials. The electronics are first order. The wiring harness kit is first order. The instructions were really super clear. I have zero complaints about this product. It worked right out of the box, no problems at all. So I guess to kind of wrap things up, Buffalo brand horns is something that we're going to keep on our bikes. I recommend you guys check it out because the factory horn leaves a little bit to be desired. This will not leave anything to be desired. This horn is amazing. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. This channel is not just about reviews. It's about riding. It's about travel. It's about everything that centers around our motorcycle and, of course, the lovely, beautiful Barbara. So please subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and Instagram. Very active there at Ride with Two Indians. And I hope to see you guys soon. Two Indians out. All right, guys. Well, this has been a ton of fun. I was so happy to have my dad and my stepmom here helping us out on this. I have to tell you that these horns. Well, let me ask the old man. What are your impressions on the horns?
Well, I have hearing aids.
Stop being like your son. Do you get this from me?
It's really surprising that the small horn was almost the same dB as the large horn.
Right.
But and there's quite a difference in the sound.
In the pitch,
in the pitch of it. Yeah. Hers is like a tricycle.
Yours is like a train.
And yours is like a train.
Right, but it's the same volume level.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Much better.
Did you find that any difference? How do I put this? So sitting in the car, would one get your attention more than the other? Let me ask it that way.
Yours would get
the deeper horn would
for me.
For you,
yeah.
Okay.
Depends, I suppose. On
probably
your
I mean, you can't hear anything over 10,000 K anyway, right, Dad?
What?
Yeah. Which horn sounded louder?
He can't hear me in the car.
Well, I have the same problem with Barbara.
I'm gonna have to trade you in on a new model.
Yep.
I would say that the larger horn is a little easier to hear, especially if you had the radio on.
Okay, all right. Because of the frequency range?
Yeah, lower frequency.
Okay, lower frequency. All right, cool. All right, any other impressions, or is that pretty much it?
Well, I'm just glad you got a good horn like that. Not so much praying.
Yeah. Believe me, these two are praying for us all the time when we're out on the road. Yep. So my dad here is active in the church, and he's a minister to the seniors group. So if anybody has a direct line for some high intensity prayer, it's this guy right here. So we appreciate all of those prayers. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate you watching our video today.
If you haven't subscribed, click that button below so you get notifications on all of our videos and all of our travels.
That's right. And don't forget to go to our Instagram and Facebook pages, which is where?
At Ride with Two Indians.
All right. Awesome. Thanks again, guys. We really appreciate it. We will see you in the next video. Two Indians. Two. You gotta turn it sideways.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, guys.